Archers loose! Whoopa! We like music, we like art. I'm not here to play, we're here to take fucking part. Archers, send it. Anyway, good afternoon. I haven't got long, guys. I'm only on for a quick 20 minutes. Mic check, 1, 2. Elevate, evaluate, demonstrate. Do not hesitate. Hesitation is a choice. A lot of blood has been spilled. And there's a bit just to stand and watch it happen right in front of our eyes. I think we need to do something. What can I say? You know, fire. 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 Anyway, good afternoon, people. But I can hear what you say. Earlier on, in an hour, 1,100 people watch me live. I'm 64 subs away from 4,000. And it's not going to happen unless I do something about it. So how am I going to get 63 subs? And it's like that. Like I said, guys, here, I haven't got long. I just popped in for 20 minutes. So, yeah. I'm 60 subs away from 4,000. You know, and I like hitting targets. Doesn't matter whether it's still moving. The target's a target. And once you neutralize a threat, well then it doesn't become a problem. You know, education can help you neutralize threats, foreign and domestic, believe it or not. But what I'm seeing happening on the streets of England today, yesterday, last week, they're going around every pole putting their flag up, Union Jacks, the St. George's Cross, on poles everywhere. And because Ireland are supporting their cause and their struggle, because we both are fighting a common enemy, which is foreign and domestic threats. You know, and it's sad, but that's how it is. You know, see music. Yeah.
Upgrade to best science ever, and the #1 brand recommended by dentists.
Anyway, guys, here I'm 60 odd subs away from 4,000, so I need your help. I don't ask you to hit the like button, and I won't. But if you're not subbed to this channel, can you do me a favour and do it for me? I've got a target of 4,000, and once I hit 4,000, there's a few things I need to do. A few people I need to bring on my channel to have a talk. And one of them is Roland, holding official in Belfast. I think he's in Newry. But we're gonna wait till after this march. I'll be on 4,000 before this march begins. And every other march I'll share to be aware. This ain't no truth or dare. The fucking truth in front of me I can stare. but no, this be a whale. Shout out to the goat, Ric Flair. Ooh. And my pretty little hair. I'm a lover, not a fighter, and believe me, I care. Earlier on, within an hour, 1,200 people watched the live. I have to be very careful what I say. I've had 2 warnings today. 2 warnings off YouTube. Someone's reporting me. Who is it? I can smell you. Look at my community page. Meter gauge. Equip, evacuate. Do not demonstrate nor hesitate, because that could be your fate. I love people, no hate. You know, I'm a lover and a fighter, if you want to say that, yeah? But it's going to be a lover, a father and a grandfather, a protector, you know, like a shepherd. I used to be like a little baba when I was a kid, a little sheep, a little lamb. That grew into a shepherd. So, I went from a lamb to a donkey to an eagle to a gorilla. And I would eat you like dinner millet. And put some millet on it as well. A bit of millish. I like it, yeah. Roller coaster, yeah. Vicious. Duck, your missus is flinging fucking dishes. Rub a big fucking lamp if you want. My name's not Alibaba and I can't grant you no wishes. And today, no fishing, no fishes. Shout out to my missus. Not of norm. Like I said, guys, I'm 64 subs away from 4,000. If you're not subbed to this channel, can you do it? If you've got a backup channel and you're not subbed to this channel, can you go do it? I won't ask you to hit the like button. All I'll ask you to do is to sub to the channel if you want. And if you don't want, so be it.
What would life be like if we couldn't dream?
Shout out to Fergus. This is an Irish frog. Oh. Mm.
What would life be like if we couldn't dream?
Ah. Pussy. You ready?
What would life be like if we couldn't dream?
Yup. Like I said, guys, all I'll ask you to do, if you're not sub to me channel and you want to sub to me channel, go for it. And I'll go sub to yours too. Like I said, over the next coming days, I have a target to hit. And we can talk about anything in here. You know, but at the moment, certain subjects are very important. You know, like safety is paramount, and the safety of our children, our women, our grandchildren. We have to say no more. We've had enough. You know, and if you want, I can be a big wolf, huff and puff. You know, it's like what I'm watching in England at the moment. I can see St. George's Cross is getting put up by the City Council. England is getting ready for this. I can only tell you what I see on a daily basis on the streets of Manchester, where flags are getting put up, where people are putting Union Jacks, Irish flags, Scottish flags on their porches, on their back windows, on the verandas. They're doing it everywhere, you know. And it's like unity. I've never seen anything like this since I've been in the UK. And I've been here a minute. You know, it's like unity. We're all coming together because we love our children. We love our children, and we love our communities, and we have to make our community safe. And if we need to do something in order to achieve that against the common enemy, like don't get me wrong, it's like a lot of people say to me, Jude, listen to me, it's not just a certain community that's committing these crimes. No, English, Irish and Scottish, there's rapists in every minority. You know, but at the end of the day, it's like, I think personally, it's like the people that are in power in Parliament and in Dáil Éireann, they're making it very hard for society and for, like, if you cannot display your own flag in your own country, well then that means the demographics are changing. It's okay to put a Palestine flag on an Irish bridge in Dublin, but it's not alright to put a tricolour. Are you taking the fucking piss? Irishmen are very proud. You don't understand the lengths we'll go for our causes. Do you understand? I put up 10 flags You come out while I'm sleeping and take them flags down. I'm going to put up 50 flags, but this time I'll be awake, and so will all the neighbourhood, and they'll be watching you trying to take it down and see if you get out of there the way you come, because you'll be set on fire. You know, and people are sick of it. It's like at the end of the day, in Ireland, what's going on at the moment, it's like the demographics is changing. It's like they're bringing out these laws to protect people. It's like, and they're not protecting their own citizens. Foreign nationals are getting rewards for making it across 10, 11 countries, which they could have stopped in any one of them, and saying, listen, I've got kids. I want a better life for my kids, so I don't care where it is, as long as it's not Iraq, Afghanistan, Iran, or Syria. But the problem we have is unvetted people coming into our countries who are significant risks to women and children. You know, and again, I'll say it, you know, you have bad man in Irish, English, Scottish, in all walks of life. You get rapists, and in our society here, it doesn't matter what. This isn't about religion. This is about crime, criminality. This is about women who are being violated. English nationals, Irish nationals, Scottish, Welsh. You know, it's like a man recently has called it a pandemic. He said, we are having a pandemic here, and it's like it's worse than COVID. And one of the vaccines is closing all borders to unvetted nationals. That's just my views. I'm not racist. I just want my kids, my community to be safe, because I'm not the only father in the community. And at the end of the day, it's like, here, you know, if you do something like that, you're in trouble. Hey, Fred. You know, at the end of the day, it's like I watched a quick program the other night about what's going on in Ireland, and I didn't realise how bad it was. I didn't realise the numbers, the statistics. 90% of women that are being raped in Ireland are being assaulted, violated, abused, assaulted by some of these men who are staying in these hostels, these hotels, these fucking centres where they're putting all these foreign refugees, and it's like they're assaulting Irish nationals, and it's like, because we defend ourselves, we're the bad guy. Okay, we can't even put a flag up now because we're the bad guy. We can't say that we're proud to be Irish, we're proud to be English, we're proud to be Scottish. You know, according to our constitution, that's our right, that's our liberty. Do you understand? It's like our freedom of speech, you know, like, is being violated. What's happening in England is going to hit Scotland worse. It's like, now, I'm an Irishman, and I come to England many years ago, and England's been very good to me. My children are English, you know. And what I've witnessed is, Kieran, I was walking down the street earlier on. Every fucking lamppost, bro, has a St. George's cross on. Now, I've seen this when the World Cup has been on, or the Euros. But, bro, when I say every fucking lamppost on the manor, I woke up here. They weren't there yesterday, but I tell you what, today, all the way down the fucking road, I have to give it to them. They put them up now. I'm an Irishman, look. That's my flag there, right? And my flag will be going out too, because England and Ireland and Scotland were coming together. You know, it's like we need to take affirmative action. Do you understand? Do something. And when I say do something, I'm not inciting hatred, hate speech, anything like that. Share videos. If people are sharing what's going on in Dublin, the world needs to see it. Okay, the police are getting brought in and they're given powers now where, at their discretion, they can fucking hurt you. Do you understand? All because of our liberty. That we can put up an Irish flag. Mate, I live in England, and you know what? I stand with the English against the common enemy. It doesn't matter whether you're an Irish soldier or an English soldier or a Scottish soldier, you take a note to defend your country from foreign and domestic threats. And this here, this is worse than COVID. And the several vaccines. I'll tell you one of them. One of them is stopping the fucking borders and making sure all these men that come in are getting fucking vetted. Where, like I said, they're running care on. They're coming. I'm not, as you know, bro, go look on my community page. I have Muslims in my family, right? But I'm talking about people that come into the country, bro, right, that are staying in these centres, these facilities, these fucking detention centres, these refugee centres. Bro, a lot of them are going outside and they're committing horrendous crimes. They're standing outside people's windows and playing with themselves. They're abusing women. 90% of women that are being assaulted in Dublin at the moment, today in 2025, is getting committed by 90% of foreign nationals that are coming in air borders and not checked. And that's why there's so many sexual assaults in Dublin. And that's why the numbers are so fucking high. It's not just people with brown skin that are rapers. You have scumbags in Dublin that rape people. You have cunts in England that do it. This isn't about me. Everybody's doing it. But what I'm saying is I didn't believe, and I couldn't believe the statistics. 90% of domestic sexual assaults are being committed by men that come from these detention centres, these hostels, these hotels. They're getting paid leisure money. The United Kingdom and Ireland's like a big fat fanny. I apologise for me name or for me language. My name's Stuart, not Danny. That's me brother. Rest in peace. Anyway, so I've been talking to a few people that know what they're talking about, and it's like, that's a scary number. I'll be honest with you, people like that scare the bollocks out of me. Because at the end of the day, there's certain things that they're willing to do. You're not a civilian here. A lot of these aren't civilians. Like, I do my research. They come from organisations like Hezbollah, Hamas, ISIS, Taliban. There's 4 major there, right there. And I could name a couple more organisations. And a lot of these people, when the war over, they go scurrying into boroughs, being Europe. I'd be honest with you, if I was coming here as a foreigner, I'd go to Poland, mate. It's like, because the streets are a lot safer, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, our streets aren't safe, and they're not our streets anymore. And that's why people are demonstrating, because they want their streets back. Every fucking one of them. We're not going to get our counties back, but we can put, you see, together we are strong and we are many. And if you're not fettered, you better get on the fucking ferry. Like I said, I'm in touch with a few TikTokers, right, that blew me away the other night with the statistics. I was like, fuck off, bro. How can you? He said, Jude, go look. There's a link. 90% of sexual assaults in Dublin right now and in the last 3 years is coming from people that are coming in now here. When I say coach loads of men, no kids with them, men on their own, and they all look at you like they hate you. Do you understand? They look at you like the enemy. We are the enemy in our own country. Imagine that. It's not my country. I'm Irish, but I live here 30 years, and English people are becoming a minority, and I heard a man speak the other day and he said, you hear people saying, send them back. Where are the English meant to go? You know what I mean? This is fucking England. And it's been very good to me and my family. My son got his degree over here in Liverpool. The UK has been very good to me and my family. And at the end of the day, I've got daughters, I have granddaughters, and one day they're going to go on to have kids. And I'd like to hope that when I die, that my kids can walk the streets and not be looking over their fucking shoulder every minute, you know what I mean? It's like women are afraid to go out at night. It's like because there's loads of people out there looking. A lot of these guys, they get put into these facilities without their wives. Do you understand? And a lot of them are reoffenders. It's like, and when I say reoffenders, I mean the worst of the worst, because these people, listen, it's normal to beat the shit out of a woman under Sharia law. And a lot of these guys are radicalized, they're ideologists to the point where they believe that if they blow themselves up and take a couple of Westerners with them, they're going to paradise. And there's nowhere in the Quran where it says that. I've read a bit of it, the English part. Like I said, I'm culturally sensitive because I have nephews that are Muslim. My sister's husband is Muslim. I've dressed up in Muslim traditional clothing because I love my big brother and I love me family. So I do whatever for me family. You know, people call me racist, I'm realist. And you know what? When you do call me that name or say, go look at my community page, you wouldn't see Tommy wearing that, would you? You know, I'm a lover, and at the end of the day, it's like I just want my streets where my kids are walking up to be safe. You know, and then at the moment, Dublin, see them bastards in Dáil Éireann, they're making up new laws and policies and acts, and they're bringing them into power where you fucking attack them. Do you understand? Like, you're supposed to, your job is to protect the public. You're a civil fucking servant, cunt. Do you understand? You serve the fucking public and it's up to you. But you see, the police are just as bad, because at the end of the day, someone assaults your girlfriend, yeah? You see him at court, you fucking smack him, yeah? And you're getting a fucking prison sentence. Now, like I said, I love everybody. I have friends from a lot of different backgrounds, walks of life, black friends, brown skin friend. We all believe the same. And sometimes we need to fucking change our thinking. I used to be racist, right? Proper prejudice, the proper bigot. But I wasn't educated. And I'm not saying I'm fucking educated, but I did lose my education and I got it back tenfold. You know, I can have a conversation in a few languages. A fucking corner boy, as my dad used to say. You'll always be a scumbag. You know, drug dealer. My dad was so disappointed with me, you know. You know, because I did not have the discipline that I did have, but I got it back. You know, I got it all back. But me daddy, you know, he taught me a lot. He taught me music was me mate. I thought it was off as rocker at the time. But all jokes aside, listen, in Manchester, we've got a lot of different people. We've got a lot of different religions, and I respect everybody's religion. You know, again, I'm culturally sensitive. You know, my nephew started school yesterday. Me Muslim nephew, me sister's son. You know, and it's like, the way I see it is, it's like, this isn't about skin colour, this isn't about Islam. I'm not a racist, I'm not an Islamophobe. I'm just a realist telling you what we're dealing with. Some of these guys are taking weapons out, okay, and showing them, like in Piccadilly Gardens in Manchester. Let me tell you this before I go, yeah? These fucking people are chasing people with knives and machetes. Do you understand? And they're not afraid to use it. And that's the scary part. People like that scare the bollocks out of me. Like, I'm equipped. You know what I mean? You won't even see me. I'm not taking no chances. Hesitation gets you killed. And I fucking know that. And you don't need to be a tough guy. I've learned how to fight all me fucking life. And I'm humble. Alhamdulillah, I'm humble. You understand? Inshallah, you have a good day. And I'll say this. A lot of Muslim people are good people. It's just a few people that give it a bad fucking name. But what's happening is, according to Dublin and according to statistics, a lot of these people who are coming from these centres, these fucking hotels, these hostels, are going on to commit sexual fucking assault, and they're not even in the country 4 weeks. Do you understand? People like that scare the bollocks out of me. You know, I've got daughters at the end of the day, and a lot of yous have daughters. You know, and I just want my daughters to be safe. You know, I've lived in England 30 odd years, and it's been very good to me and my fucking family. And when it comes to a common enemy, like I said, all I want is where I live to be safe. But if men are getting in who are coming from Iran, Iraq, Syria, or Afghanistan, you don't know who you're dealing with, because a lot of these people are unvetted. They're coming and running from organisations like Hezbollah, Hamas, ISIS, and the Taliban. And like I said, it's an interest of mine to know about war and war-torn areas. You know, I know a bit about Afghanistan. I know a bit about Iraq. I know a bit about Iran. I know a bit about Syria. And a lot of these guys, okay, so let's say of every 100 unvetted males that are coming into the country, 15 of them motherfuckers are serial killers. And you can take that to the bank. But how are you supposed to know how dangerous a person is if they've got no paperwork? You know, and like I said, it's been reported that a lot of these individuals that are going around assaulting Irish women and abusing Irish women, it's like, and then if we fucking take action, we're going to prison. You know, look, this is a normal, like, you know what I mean? But it's happening. Anyway, I have to go, and I'll see you all this evening, and we're going to have a chat, okay? And again, I'll see you all this evening. We out.